So I'll warm up in these today. These are the Baazi Pace. So
Yeah.
kind of a neutral shoe, pretty lightweight.
Yeah.
So I wear all neutral and fairly minimal, so I don't want too much shoe going on. So I know Dave loves the 1080. And they're awesome for a cushion second run when my feet are hurting and that sort of thing. Yeah, I love these. I'll be doing my session in the Zantis.
Okay.
So these they're not a racing flat, but they're a really sort of minimal training shoe.
Good looking shoe.
Yeah, like I've got my flats, but I've been running up in the mountains now for nearly a week, smashing the trails and hitting some rocks and that sort of thing. So just with an old metatarsal injury, I think I'll go with the shoes that have got a bit more protection. And you can still run quick in these. I did a month up at Falls Creek, not this one just gone, but the previous year, and wore the Zantis for every single run. So from quarters all the way up to 30k long runs.
So this is quite a valid point as well. You don't always need to go extra lightweight. You're doing the session, you're knocking it out anyway. Like
it's more about the effort today.
I
probably should put my flats on so my times look more impressive for people watching, but it's more about just being able to back up and train hard again Thursday. I want to hit the track back in Sydney on Thursday, so the Zantis are awesome for that. Baazi Pace, just an everyday shoe. You could do tempos in these, but I tend to use them just for my hour runs, long runs, that sort of thing. And these ones are looking scuffed up at the moment. They're the Fresh Foam Boracay.
Oh, that's good.
And these probably are the ones that have helped me get over my foot injury. So just really good cushioning all the way through. They're still quite light.
So would you be doing a Sunday run in these, or still?
Probably. These are like, I've only had these for a couple of weeks. I hadn't worn them prior to that. And they're probably shot to the top of my list of just everyday runners. And I actually did a 12k threshold in these on Thursday. And, I wasn't sure if I'd be able to get rolling, but got down pretty quick. Average just over 3 minute Ks for those shoes. So that's the good thing about New Balance is there's a whole range, and you can find, you can definitely find what works for your feet. So these are all in the neutral cushions range. Dave McNeil and some of the other guys branch off into the stability and that sort of thing. Just the way I run, I really hit midfoot pretty much all the time. So I just like a good lightweight shoe, responsive and cushioned under the forefoot.
It's nice. And have you always, is that a conscious thing trying to hit midfoot, or is it your natural form?
It's just how I run, I guess. I ran around as a kid barefoot, just kind of, I guess, developed a fairly efficient running technique. I've had injuries over the years that have required slight changes to biomechanics to try and correct those, but and I do form drills, and I do pay attention, and I do some slow motion recording of my running and that sort of thing.
Oh, nice.
To get over this Achilles injury I had in 2014, I was working with my physio, Matt McCutcheon in Sydney, and we did a lot of video footage and slow motion stuff just to try and correct. I had an old ankle injury that was really causing, as a whole, I just run how I feel like I should run.
And would you say that's the best advice to people out there? Like, as opposed, run how you should run naturally, unless it's blatantly terrible?
I think, there's a lot of injuries that are caused by people trying to transition to a foot strike that's not natural for them, and that, they haven't built up to over time. So, I think there's a few things, you want to land, you want less ground contact time. So if you can be quicker off the ground, and if you can try to be stable and land, they say under your hips, which is actually hard when you're moving forward at pace, but not overstriding and braking, and if you can get strong, get fit, and do some form drills, and then focus on running well, your foot strike's going to probably be what it needs to be anyways.